Unless you live under a rock, you most likely know who Star Wars Theory is. He's one of the biggest Star Wars fans in the fandom community, and I would say the most knowledgeable by far. I've been following Star Wars Theory for probably about the past 2 years now, really since he began his channel, and I found his fan fiction and his videos covering the smallest aspects of the galaxy far, far away to be extremely enlightening as a fan, even though I might not want to know or theorize about everything. Now, I'm going unscripted here in this video because I'm quite pissed off after I just saw the video that Star Wars Theory put out saying and letting us know what Disney and Warner Chappell's response was to claiming and monetizing his Vader Episode 1 Shards of the Past fan film, which he spent approximately $100,000 on of his own money. Now, what I'm going to argue in this short little video here is that I'm not going to go the greed argument and say that Disney's just, a this is a lesson in corporate greed. We've had plenty of videos that have discussed that already, and I don't need to go into that. I do feel that that is a big part of what happened here. But I'm going to say that the main reason why Disney did this to Star Wars Theory, and in a sense did this to the fan community, is jealousy. I have two reasons when I say jealousy. The first reason is the failure of Solo. That is the most recent failure that Disney has faced. They lost about $80 million on the film. Let's look at Star Wars Theory. He put $100,000 into this film. And should he have monetized it already, he would be making close to that back, and in the future would get his return on investment and probably gain more of a profit, even though he agreed not to monetize the video. The second reason I will say jealousy is the main reason is because Star Wars Theory created a fan film for the fans. He's a fan, just like all of us. He knows what we want, and he delivered when Disney didn't. He gave us a film that we all kind of would want to see in the back of our heads. We'd think a Vader film would be awesome. There are a couple films that we wanted and maybe hoped Disney would provide us with, and it sounded like they were up to the point of Solo's failure, and that was the Obi-Wan Star Wars story and potentially Boba Fett, which would have been awesome. And another fan film, or not a fan film, but another film we may have wanted to see from Disney would have been a Vader film. A film where we see Vader struggle with the recent past of the events of Episode 3, the death of Padme Amidala, his betrayal against his friends, and his dealing with the actions and the results that occurred from Order 66 and his turning to the dark side. And that's what Star Wars Theory has given us. Given us a film that we can all look at and say, damn, that was awesome. It may not have had all of the great special effects that the new Star Wars films have. But you know what it did have? It had passion. It had purpose. It had the passion that true Star Wars fans have. And you saw it the way that they portrayed Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. They showed the power and might of Darth Vader, paying homage to the original trilogy and to all the legends and in the expanded universe that we've seen. It's truly unfathomable to me that Disney could stoop so low to attack a fan who's dedicating really the past few years of his life to Star Wars. And attacking this fan, who I will say is the biggest fan, is truly an attack on the fandom menace. And it shows that they're jealous that they could not come up with this idea, though not a hard idea. It's not a hard idea. All you had to do, maybe take a quick poll of just Star Wars fans and say, hey, what would you want to see? Maybe I want to see a Star Wars film that's about Darth Vader kicking ass and struggling with who he is and struggling with his transformation to the dark side of the Force. Hey, that's kind of cool. Maybe that's what we needed in the saga. Not none of this new sequel bullshit that's just forcing and pushing various political ideologies. And then whenever people don't agree with it, or we don't agree with how the stories are being told because we're letting an agenda take over the story, which is destroying the essence of Star Wars, we get yelled at. Well, Star Wars Theory gave us something that we could all sit back as fans and enjoy. And he gave it to us at a perfect time. He gave it to us at a time that the fandom is so divided. Essentially a civil war between the fandom. Whether you like The Last Jedi or hated it, whether you're an SJW or you're a bigot or sexist. Star Wars Theory brought everyone together. And so I argue that Disney saw that and is pissed off about it and took it out on him. Basically to show that and vent their own frustration. And now we're at a time right now, and if you watch Star Wars Theory's recent video, which I'll put in the description below, that his channel is at risk. It's being threatened. And he lets you know that he is going to appeal this claim. Good for him. And he knows he will lose. And he is letting them keep the money. He's being the bigger man in this. He will fight for it, but he's being the bigger man. And he is risking his entire channel, which has almost 1.5 million subscribers. And so what do we do now? I say we support the hell out of Star Wars Theory. Go in, like his videos from front to back. Like the first videos, like the newest videos, like the oldest videos. Comment on them, share them. Get him more of a following than he's ever had. Let's get that 1.5 subscribers up to 2 million and beyond. And you know what you do with Disney? Let them know. Tweet at them. Tag them in comments. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Be cordial about it. Don't go swearing and using NSFW terms and things like that. Be cordial about it. But let them know your frustration. And if you want to boycott Episode 9, I've never been a big fan of the boycott, but do it. Do it. And if you want to boycott any Disney film, do it. Even if you feel strong enough to boycott Disney-related franchise and Disney umbrella franchises that even fall into the Marvel universe, do it. It might only hurt Disney a little bit financially with a boycott, but it'll let them know that they've lost a good chunk of their fan base, which means they've lost a bunch of their customers and consumers. So right now, the fandom menace needs to rise. We rise to support Star Wars Theory. We rise to support each other. And we stand up to the mighty empire. The empire that is Disney. But there's one thing that we've all learned, and that what that great princess from that galaxy far, far away taught us. There's always one thing. There is hope. Now, if you've liked this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Comment below. Do you think jealousy is one of the reasons? Or if not, tell me why I'm wrong. I'd love to hear it. This is your host, The Moist, coming at you from Moist Visions Incorporated. Thank you all and have a great night.